In our last video, we talked about should you even own a car or not. And in today's video, we are going to talk about how much should you spend on a car, whether you should go for a premium, fancy BMW, Lamborghini, Mercedes, or you should just go for a nice utility vehicle like Swift. Hi guys, this is Fin Mom. Welcome to the channel. If you have not subscribed to the channel yet, please do that and hit like if you like it. So, sometimes we as Indians function in a way that befuddles even manufacturers. Like I was reading in this article that car manufacturers are in a fix because the demand for sunroof cars in India has gone over the top. Out of the total premium cars sold in financial year 24, 27% people went for a car with a sunroof. And you would think, what is wrong with that? A car with a sunroof. Haven't you seen in the movies when the actress gets up and the wind flows through her hair? And it's a sense of freedom for some people, it's a sense of luxury for some people. But the fact that they're amazed is because India is a tropical country. Like, apart from some cities, most cities experience only two weathers: summer and rainy. You cannot open the sunroof in the summer because, well, the sun, and you can't open them in the rain is because, well, the whole car gets wet. So apart from that, what is the time or which season are we talking about when we want to open the sunroof and let the wind breeze through our car? And have you ever thought of all the challenges that we face in a country like India? Suddenly a wire can come from above and you wouldn't even know, but still people want a car with a sunroof because that gives them a sense of luxury, premium. Sometimes people just want to show people that, oh, see, I'm so successful, I can afford a premium car, I have a car with a sunroof. And yes, and I've seen people with an annual income of 15 to 20 lakhs buying a car worth 15 to 20 lakhs. Like, you spend a whole year's income on a car, and for what? To show off. And sometimes they don't even have that kind of money. They take it on loan. They pay 6 to 9% of interest just to show people that they are successful. And I don't know how it makes sense. And I do not know why people think that it makes sense, but it does make sense to somebody. But if you're somebody who's conscious of your finances, let's tell you this: buying a premium car is actually not the best option. We've made a video on should you buy a car or not, where I've explained that there are some basics associated with a car which you should always keep in mind when buying a car. Please do watch that. There's a 24-10 rule when it comes to buying cars which you should keep in mind when you think of buying a car for yourself. Pay at least 20% of the car's total value upfront. This reduces the loan amount and your interest burden. Also, since I've already told you that a car is a depreciating asset, this upfront payment helps you in some way manage the loan outstanding and the value of the car in future. Keep the loan duration to 4 years. Again, this helps you reduce the interest because the sooner you pay the principal, the interest burden reduces. So if you're keeping it to 4 years, even if the value of your car depreciates, your loan outstanding will also come down by that period, and at the end of it, you will at least not incur a loss if you plan to sell that car. So keep the loan tenure to 4 years. Now, your total monthly car costs like loan payment, insurance, maintenance should be no more than 10% of income. Now, this is something I would like to elaborate about because when I was working in the bank and you saw the criteria for giving a loan, sometimes you gave a car loan based on 60% of the gross income. Like 60% of the income going towards car payments. So somebody who has a 20,000 income is eligible to get a car loan whose EMI can go as high as 12,000. Now with the remaining 8,000, please think how he will be able to pay the fuel cost, the insurance, and survive. We need money for basic necessities, and here is a guy who's paying 60% of his salary towards the value of something which is not even an asset. Like housing loan, I would still understand that you struggle, but you still take a loan because ultimately when your income increases, it is not a problem anymore. But I do not understand how people can buy a car with that kind of money, and why. If you're earning 20,000, use a public transport. Go for a smaller model or go for a second-hand car. Now there are companies like Cars24 and stuff which give you a verified car with some kind of warranty and some kind of assurance. Go for those things. Why would you buy a premium car and then spend all your money maintaining it and then are not left with anything for your own expenses? When Mahindra rolled out Thar was tagged as explored impossible. It was for rugged terrains, it was for adventure, it was for off-road trips. But what did Indians do? They were so fascinated by an SUV that they started purchasing it and then started running them on regular roads. Stuck in the traffic in your Thar, do you realize that it was actually not meant for this? It was meant for adventure. It was meant for off-road trips, not on road in the middle of the traffic. It is not meant for that. Now you've got good models of hatchbacks and sedans, but people would still go for an SUV, and not just a good SUV. Sometimes, since that does not fall in our budget, we go for those compact SUVs which have very, very, very bad performance. Rather than going for a premium hatchback or a sedan, we would go for a compact or cost-friendly SUV, which would then have so much maintenance costs, all for our ego and vanity. So when you think of buying a car, please do consider that it should fall within your budget. You are the only person who's going to drive it. It is only going to take you from one point to another. It is a matter of utility, convenience and comfort. If you have a big family and you want to own an SUV, it still makes sense. But if you are a couple who do not even have kids, I don't know what you do with such a spacious and big car. You want to sit in the front, you can do that in a hatchback. I know the sense of height, or the whole point of everything looks smaller when you're driving an SUV is a very fancy thing, is something that everybody admires or aspires. But that is what luxury vehicles or any luxury good for that matter is. It's an aspiration. But do you want to spend that much money in your aspiration and then struggle for your basic necessities? It doesn't make sense. Think of the 24-10 rule before you make a car purchase, and please think about your budget, think about your priorities, negotiate terms. A very simple hack is to buy during festival seasons. You get some offers and discounts. But then again, firstly, think whether you should buy a car. Secondly, if you want to buy a car, what is the purpose? If you want to show it off, or it's a matter of utility. If it's a matter of utility, keep the 24-10 rule in mind. Think about your budget, think about your expenses. Know that buying a car is not like buying another asset. It needs maintenance, it needs expenses, and you have to take all those expenses into consideration while you're buying a car. Now that is some sound financial advice. How much you can spend on a car. It's about other considerations too. And if you are in Mumbai, I have seen cars being drowned in the water, and the insurance guy doesn't even pay you that much. So it doesn't make sense to have a Mercedes or a BMW, because at the end of it, even if you're owning a Nano or a SUV or a Mercedes or a BMW, it's all drowned. It's all drowned in the flood. It doesn't make sense. Think about it the next time you're going for a car, and please, if you think you can afford a little higher version, if you have some extra money, I would advise invest that amount. Buy some stocks, and by the time your car value depreciates, this value will increase to offset that loss. Think about it. And subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. Like the video and share it across. Thank you. Bye.